Welcome back to the MadTechTalk. Within this video, I'm going to actually review another phone under $200, which I think it's a budget phone, and we'll talk about the OnePlus 9. And we'll also do a small comparison with the new flagship of OnePlus. So we're going to look at the OnePlus 9, which is from 2021, to OnePlus 13, which is actually at 2025, and actually compare the basics. So when it comes to the phone, this is a phone which has a 6.55 screen, which is 120 Hertz. I bought it used and it's under $200. I think it's a pretty decent pricing for this. I'm gonna show you a bit more details about this here. So it has a Snapdragon 888, which is comparing to some of the other phones which have been released in 2021. It has an 8 gig of RAM and 128 gig of storage. We're looking at the processor of Snapdragon 8 Elite comparing to that Snapdragon 888. And when it comes to the RAM, we have also a big bump, which is 12 to 16 gig. When it comes to the camera, it has 3 different cameras. So it has a wide, ultra wide and mono. The wide camera here, the wide, not white. The wide camera here, it's 48. The ultra wide, it's 50. And the mono camera, it's 2. Comparing to the OnePlus 13, which is the new flagship, it has a 50 megapixel wide camera, 50 megapixel ultra wide and 50 telephoto. So yeah, we have a huge bump in the cameras on the back. When it comes to the camera on the front, we have a 16 megapixel camera on the front on the OnePlus 9 and 32 megapixel on the OnePlus 13. So yeah, we have also another big bump. When it comes to the recording, this phone records up to 8K, which I think it's pretty awesome. And it's becoming a feature for, you know, a lot of those phones from 2021, like they're starting to build that. And obviously we don't often record in 8K, but like having up to 8K, I think it's nice because you can grab that even crispier image. But 4K, I think it's a great standard. It records the 8K in 30 FPS, while the 4K records in 30, 60 and 120 FPS. And that's going the same for the OnePlus 13. So when it comes to the battery, we have a 4,500 mAh battery with the 65 watts fast charger, and I think this is a big plus on the OnePlus because you can charge your phone very, very fast and can charge within minutes literally. While the OnePlus 13 has a 6,000 mAh battery, which is a monster, I would say, 100 watts wired charging and 50 wireless. So yeah, there is a huge difference here, but I think it's still, this is very decent when it comes to the charging. So about the kind of setup itself, it has a glass at the front, the plastic at the back and plastic at the sides. One of the features which I very much like is obviously the 5G, which is already built in that phone, and it already has the built-in fingerprint, which I also saw in other phones like Google Pixel 6. And I think this is a pretty cool thing, so let's test it out as well. So I'm gonna show you here how does it work. So you kind of put your finger here, and then it grabs the fingerprints. So it's cool because, you know, it's built into the screen. I think I very much like it actually, because it's just in a natural spot and doesn't take, you know, spot from the here to put like the actual sensor, but it's still within the screen. I think that's nice. Let's set it up quickly. Done. And yeah, no face for now. Let me see how does it. Boom, and it's very fast. That was very, very quick. Well, I do enjoy that, and I think that was very cool. So when it comes to the brightness, let's just see. Brightness on full. Well, that's pretty amazing. That's, wow, it is, my camera actually doesn't pick up the brightness, but it is very bright. Like, it is definitely one of the brightest phones from under $200 which I saw, but it is decent. The general feel of the phone, when you kind of work on it and kind of, you know, have the feel of the app, it's very nice. That 120 Hertz is definitely making a difference, and yeah, it is very, very decent. So let's grab a look at maybe YouTube, and let's test out the speakers as well, and how does it actually behave with the YouTube. I think it's decent. I actually think it's pretty nice. Like, the speakers are pretty cool. One thing which is a bit weird for me is that it has this Let me see if you can actually maybe see it here. So it has this kind of button to set the vibrate mode and the ring mode. So that's a ring mode, that's a vibrate mode in the middle, and the silent mode here. It's nice, but it feels a bit strange when I kind of started working that at the beginning. But well, I think it's alright. So obviously, let's test out the cameras, right? So first, okay, testing out the cameras. So we're starting with the 0.6. Yeah, that's alright. 1 and 2. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, that's decent. Honestly, the weird thing for me is that the button here is actually red. You cannot really see it, but the button here for the photo is red, and for me it kind of mixes me up that I'm gonna record the video, and I can probably do it if I hold it probably. That's how it will work. So with the portrait, yeah, the portrait actually makes nice, decent. I can choose the depth of the field as well. That's pretty nice, I would say. Yeah, that's very decent. Okay, now if we zoom a bit, yeah, that's also a decent one. Alright, so it also has the night mode. We're gonna check the video mode in a second, but with more, you have the Pro, you have the Pano, you have also the film option, slow-mo, time-lapse, long exposure, so a lot of few ones, a lot of different options. And we're gonna test it out. So obviously we're gonna start with 1080p. Yeah, I'm not testing the 720 anymore. I don't think it's a standard. Yeah, it has like a darker feel, I would say. So like it's a stronger on the contrast, but it's alright. And then we're gonna test the 4K. Yeah, it is decent. It is very decent. Let's test the 4K on 60 frames. Yeah, that is nice. That is actually pretty nice. And the last one, obviously, we're testing the 8K on the 30 frames per second. Cool. And it tells me you can record up to 5 minutes on 8K. Nice. That's actually not bad. So let's play some PUBG. Turning on the match. It's set on the HD graphics. Let's see how the feel will work, like what's the temperature of that phone. We'll test it out right now. Okay, so yeah, the general feel is decent. I can see it's definitely not lagging. I think, yeah, it's having a very nice feel. That's decent. That is actually decent. Yeah. So I do like it. I very much like it. I think it's definitely worth it. I think it works smooth, no lags, and it's on HD. When it comes to the kind of a feeling, it's, yeah, it's, the phone is actually just tiny bit warm, like not much, just a little bit. You can barely feel it, so that's decent. So to summarize, I think it is a decent phone. I think for the budget of less than 200, I think it's pretty nice, like with that, you know, kind of a back and this, it looks decent. So I also put the link for example, Amazon Refurbished, if you wanted to find. Remember, buying from those is actually supporting our channel. And I also put the, you know, you can also find it on the eBay or some others, probably sometimes even cheaper, but obviously with Amazon, like you have it like their kind of warranty. I use often CX in UK, so that's pretty decent. My kind of general feeling, it's nice. I definitely like the touch on the screen, the touch screen, the fingerprint scanner. This is very cool. 120 Hz is definitely worth it. And for the price, I think it is decent. Price of it is around 180 to 200 bucks, maybe 250 if it's a higher grade, comparing to, you know, a new one, which is around 900, which I think, yeah, it is a definitely good deal. This is it from me. I hope you enjoyed that video. If yes, you know what to do. Just hit that like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Take care!
MadTechTalk, tech so fly. Breaking down gear, let's amplify. Sub like, don't miss a thing. Tech reviews with a little bling. We out for now, but stay tuned. More fire tech is dropping soon.